The US Congress has observed this for over 200 years. From the 1806.
Hindi nakinig si Risa dun sa explanation ng tanga ni ante mo. Hindi siya nakinig dun sa explanation ni Tolentino. Kasi nga. Ilan ito? Ganun pa si Riso.
Out of 100 senators. And in
sinabi na yan, Risa, kung nakikinig ka, sinabi na yan ni Tolentino kanina.
US Senate kasi, ang naiiwan.
Sabi ni Tolentino, ay nako, eto na naman, sasabihin ko na naman, explain ko na naman. Oh. Hindi nakikinig si Risa. Kinrap nga niya yung part niya na yan at binida-bida niya na sa page niya. Hala! Binida-bida niya na sa page niya. Ayan. Sabi ko sa inyo. Ayan na. Ayan. Diba? Binida-bida niya na. Fairness kay Tolentino.
To transfer pending business, or should it follow likewise? Using your logic, the traditional norm of having it refiled and reset starting from zero. Similar to the bills.
Yes, yun na.
So, ibig kong sabihin, Mr. President, what would prevent the 19th Congress from passing on the impeachment case, not just to the 20th Congress, but to the 21st Congress? And I implore the good minority leader that all the provisions mentioned a while ago, which are correct, should likewise be read together with the constitutional provision that there should be only one impeachment case filed per year against the same respondent, Mr. President.
Alam nyo ba, Mr. President, na yung rule na yung legislative workload natin ay magre-reset pag may bagong kongreso? Alam nyo ba na wala sa Constitution yun? Nasa rules natin yun. Ang rules natin, promulgated natin because of the power given to us by the Constitution, but the Constitution does not specify that. Actually, we could have...
Hindi, Coco, ang tawag dito, teka lang balikan lang yung point ni Tolentino kasi ang ganda ng point ni Tolentino. Sabi ni Tolentino, sige, kung kunwari, yung sinasabi mo, Coco, na, tatawid lang yan, kailangan mag-reach ang logical conclusion. Are you saying, Coco, na ang 19th Congress, I can just confer to the 20th Congress certain actions, certain authority, certain jurisdiction? Kasama ba yun? Ganon. And if that's so, what happened to the constitutional limitation na, kasi paano kung kunwari tumatakbo pa yung kaso after certain period of time. Ganyan. Tumatakbo pa rin yung impeachment case. Kunwari, ito nga, kay Inday nga, no? Tumatakbo pa rin yung impeachment case. Pag hindi nagkaroon ng logical conclusion, ano mangyayari sa 2028? Yung 20th Congress, ipapasa pa niya yung impeachment ni Inday sa susunod pa na Congress? Ganon? Ganon ba yun? I think yung ang problema kasi yung Congress natin, talagang sobrang igsi talaga ng oras nila, sobrang igsi talaga ng time nila. And it's really part of their job to really use their time wisely. Kasama yun sa talaga nila, kasama talaga yun dapat sa kanilang skill set na mag-focus at i-prioritize ang mga bagay na mga importante kasi sobrang konti nga lang ng time nila. Kapag hindi nila natapos yan, maglalapse yan. Ganon. But anyway, sabi ni Rudy Padilla, academic nila sana to, sayang din kasi bloodbath sana. Pero argument ni Coco, inconsistent sa constitutional design of each Congress as a separate and independent body. Totoo. Ayun. Maganda yung mga rebuttals ni Tolentino.
Written na yung pumasa na ng third reading, itrato natin na third reading na rin. We could do that, but we did not do it. So policy lang po yun na reset natin. As far
Tapos itong sinasabi ni meron tayo namang rules, wala rin naman, hindi rin naman nakalagay yun sa Constitution eh. Hindi naman yun yung point, I think, tapos yung nag-explain dito si Coco na, hindi, meron nga tayong mga nasa rules natin, wala naman yun sa Constitution, pero nasa rules natin. Which is, I think, is the wrong way to put it, with all due respect kay Coco Pimentel. Kasi, when you are given the authority to make rules, okay, ang duty mo is to fill in the gaps. Ano ba yung binigay sa iyo na duty ng Constitution? So within that bound of responsibility that is given to you, in this case, let's say Constitution, pwede mong ilagay doon lahat ng pwede mong ilagay kahit wala sa Constitution, as long as hindi siya lalampas doon sa authority na binigay sa iyo. Okay? Iba naman yung sinasabi ni Coco ni Tolentino. Sinasabi ni Tolentino kasi pagka sinunod natin yung sinasabi ni Coco Pimentel na pwede lang siya tumawid, we treat it like a case, we treat it like a docketed case na pwede lang siyang magtuloy until the logical conclusion is obtained. Pagka ganyan ang ginawa mo, ano mangyayari doon sa mga 1-year bar rule? Nag-1-year bar rule ka pa. Diba? Nag-1-year bar rule ka pa. Hindi, naman pala to. Unlimited naman pala tong impeachment case na to. Pwede naman pala to magpatawid-tawid na lang kung saan at kung kailan. Ganon. So, parang it doesn't make sense. Kasi nga, kaya ka nga nag-1-year bar rule. Kasi nga, ayaw mo na magkaroon ng sangkaterbang kaso ng mga impeachment cases. Na taon-taon yan lang yung gagawin ninyo. And I think, ang isa sa mga reason nun is because you also do not want this kind of activity na hindi matatapos ever. 'Di ba? Ayun. So, yun. So, anyway, tuloy natin to si Coco.
as far as legislative workload is concerned, pagdating naman sa impeachment judicial workload of the Senate as an impeachment court, I propose or I give the interpretation that the caseload remains. Ang nagbago lang are the member judges, just like I think we can easily envision sa Supreme Court, nagbabago, divisions.
Ganun yung view niya. Kumbaga, pagka-impeachment court ka, dapat ang treatment ninyo sa sarili ninyo is like you are a court. Na pagka kunwari, nawala yung judge, i-endorse mo lang yung kaso dun sa mga bagong judge. Kasi hindi kayo ganon. Hindi naman kayo ganon. Coco? Ganon. You really have to think of the mandate that is given for that Congress alone. Kaya nga kayo, 16th Congress, 17th Congress, 18th Congress, 19th Congress. Kasi hanggang dun lang dapat yung kapangyarihan ninyo. Pwede palang mag-abutan, no? Hindi na lang tayo nagkaroon ng mga session, di ba? Dapat sinabi na lang natin Congress. The Congress of the Philippines. Ganon. Dapat ganon na lang pala.
CA division sa Sandigan Bayan, but the caseload remains. So I think we can mentally separate the two kasi Article 6 yung legislative workload, Article 11 yung impeachment workload. So that would be my response, Mr. President.
But Mr. President, would not that prevent the other part of the two-step process because filed by the lower house, prosecutors, received by the Senate, the trial jurors, the trial judges, would not that prevent the other part of the two-leg process from initiating another complaint because there is now a case pending which you say should be continuing?
If the majority leader will allow me not to respond, but his question is very loaded and provides the hint of what can happen in the future.
Mr. President, I've taken too much time of this body. I would relish interpolating the good minority leader even for 5 hours on this topic alone. But again, Mr. President, siguro mahabang-mahaba na po ito. I stick again to my previous manifestation that if we will not be able to conclude whether acquittal or conviction, the present impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte before the lapse of the 19th Congress, the same is functionally dismissed or deemed de facto dismissed, Mr. President. Yun lamang po, Mr. President, at ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa ating minority leader.
Thank you, Senator Tolentino. Briefly, Senator Pimentel.
Mr. President, while I still have the floor, can I request for some information from the Senate President, especially regarding the impeachment calendar that
The
is
gentleman may
issued,
proceed.
because you issued the first impeachment calendar was issued by the Senate President when we were already on break. I mean, Mr. President.
Teka lang ha, balikan ko lang uli yung sinabi ni Tolentino.
Sir. So, and we have done that. So, kaya ang aking
Should likewise be read together with the constitutional provision that there should be only one impeachment case filed per year against the same respondent, Mr. President.
alam nyo ba, Mr. President, na yung rule na yung legislative workload natin ay
Sorry.
magre-reset kada President when we were already on break. I mean, Mr. President, tama po yun, di ba?
That is correct.
So, Mr. President, may we know when His Honor issued the first legislative calendar, impeachment calendar, which
Wait, sorry. Sumobra ako.
can I request for some information from the
Wait, ito pa, atras pa.
That prevent the other part of the two-leg process from initiating another complaint because there is now a case pending which you say should be continuing.
if the majority leader will allow me not to respond, but
Yes, because it's just-
his question is very loaded and provides the hint of what can happen in the future.
Mr. President, I've taken too much time of this body. I would relish in terms
To be fair ha, sana ganito yung sa Congress. Sana ganito yung batuhan nung sana ganito yung batuhan nung mga nasa House of Representatives na mga talakayan. Kasi yung sa House of Representatives, House of Great Debates yan eh. Dapat ganun eh. I mean, with all due respect kay Tolentino at saka kay Coco Pimentel, who are both both good lawyers, yung ganitong batuhan, ganito yung dapat na pinapanood nung mga bata, alam mo yun? Ganito dapat yung maganda yung yung may mapupulot ka from both sides, 'di ba? Meron kang ganito yung position ni Coco, ganito yung position ni Tolentino, ganito. And it is really it's really fun to listen. Yung yung hindi mo kailangang maging super political para maging interested. Kahit wala kang posisyon, pag napapakinggan mo sila na mag-argue, makita mo parang meron kang mapupulot, ganon. Meron kang mapupulot.
interpolating the good minority leader even for 5 hours on this topic
Ito lang yung gusto kong balikan. Sorry.
alone. But again, Mr. President, siguro mahabang-mahaba na po ito. I stick again to my previous manifestation that if we will not be able to conclude whether acquittal or conviction, the present impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte before the lapse of the 19th Congress, the same is functionally dismissed or deemed de facto dismissed, Mr. President. Yun lamang po, Mr. President. At
Okay.
ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa
Ayun, kilala ko lang kasi ang stand pala ni Tolentino is that conclusion of the impeachment. Kung hindi madedesisyonan ang impeachment ni Inday Sara within 19th Congress, i-dismiss na natin tong impeachment na ito. Ganon. Yung pala yung position niya. So hindi yung about yung kung hindi natin madesisyonan kung tatawid o hindi, ganyan. Kung hindi natin madedesisyonan yan, tawag dito, i-dismiss na natin yung impeachment complaint. Ang stand pala niya is kung hindi madesisyonan yung impeachment mismo. Yung impeachment mismo, ganun. Kung hindi natin mariresolve yung impeachment mismo, yung kaso ng impeachment within the 19th Congress, walang conclusion kung convicted o hindi si Inday. Ayun. Wag na. Ayun. Wag na nating i-entertain.
Sa ating minority leader.
Thank you, Senator Tolentino. Briefly, Senator Pimentel.
Mr. President, while I still have the floor, can I request for some information from the Senate President, especially regarding the impeachment calendar that
The
is
gentleman may
issued,
proceed.
because you issued the first impeachment calendar was issued by the Senate President when we were already on break. I mean, Mr. President, tama po yun, di ba?
That is correct.
So, Mr. President, may we know when His Honor issued the first legislative calendar, impeachment calendar, which fixed June 2 as the time for receiving the House prosecutors, may we know the basis of the authority of the Senate President when he issued the first impeachment calendar, Mr. President?
Article 1 of the impeachment rules, which says that the Senate President can set the date for the presentation of the articles of impeachment. Mention was made specifically of the Senate President. And also we were on recess. So the Senate President at that time, Your Honor, issued a suggested calendar of activities. I was very clear when I stated that, subject to plenary approval when we resumed, because you were already on recess at that time. The second notice sent by this representation was made also while we were on recess. And I also stated that it was subject to plenary approval and or reversal, as the case may be, given the load that we need to take up after the LEDAC meeting.
So, yes, Mr. President, I noticed that no one from the majority was complaining about the original or initial impeachment calendar issued by the Senate President. So we were all looking forward to the date where there should be some action on the impeachment, which is
Yes.
June 2.
Supposedly,
So,
yes.
Yes, supposed to be. Kaninang 4 o'clock the prosecutors from the House of Representatives should have appeared before us to read the articles of impeachment. But then this was changed. So from June 2, changed by the Senate President also, now
June 11.
it's June 11 at 4 p.m. So if the authority used to issue the original calendar was based on the fact that we were on break, now that we are not on break, could not have the Senate President waited for 3 p.m. and then we discussed moving the June 2 4 p.m. to June 11 4 p.m.?
Because, Your Honor, notice had to be given to the House with respect to the proposed change in schedule. And we could not decide on moving it after the House members are already here in the Senate.
Yeah, ang galing, no? Kasi ngayon sabi ni Tolentino, ang stand ko dito, kung hindi natin masusolusyonan itong impeachment within 19th Congress, wala na, dismiss na lang natin to. Wag na tong kung hindi magkakaroon ng conclusion tong impeachment na to. Ano na to, hindi na to pwedeng tumawid. Dismiss to dapat within the 19th Congress. Parang yun yung sinasabi niya. So ngayon, naging importanteng question tuloy yung time. Ganyan. Naging importanteng question yung time. Parang, ayan, hanggang June 30 na nga lang tayo dito, tapos dapat meron pa tayong isang buwan, meron pa tayo dapat na ilang days of session na po pwedeng talakayin yung impeachment. Kaso nga lang, minove naman ito ni Cheese ng from 2, ginawa mong 11. O ayan, so mahahaggard tuloy tayo. So ngayon, inaano niya pinoprod niya si Cheese na, I think Coco Pimentel is supportive of Tambi. Yun yung nafe-feel ko. Kasi, ang balita sa kaparangan, it is really Tambi who's really pushing for the impeachment to happen eh. I feel that Coco Pimentel and Tambi are helping each other, ganyan. Kasi, alala nyo, congressman yan, tinakbuhan niya ni Coco Pimentel eh. So, hence the Tambi connection. Pagkatapos, sa Marikina rin. Sa Marikina, ang kandidato dyan na congressman na ni Tambi ay si Stella Kimbo at saka itong si Coco Pimentel, 'di ba? So yun. So parang ewan ko, feeling ko parang inaano niya to si ba't ba kasi dinelay mo? Ba't ba kasi July 2 na yan? Ba't ginawa mong 11? Ayan. Nagagano na si Coco Pimentel dito.
That was the reason behind it.
That was his honor's judgment call, Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President. Yes, Your Honor.
Just on another matter, Mr. President, yung appearance ba ng House prosecutors ay nasa Senate impeachment rules or you just took this from American practice, Mr. President?
It is not in the rules. That was lifted from American practice because what was done before was that the majority leader, the Senate majority leader, was the one that read the articles of impeachment that was referred to the Committee on Rules that triggered the convening of the impeachment court. When we researched on it, we thought it was more proper, given that we should have no part in it, in the impeachment trial, in the prosecution of the impeachment case, that the prosecutors should themselves read the articles of impeachment, as is the practice in the United States, where we lifted most of our impeachment rules.
So it's an innovation. But although, had we done it, hindi naman, I don't think it would be fatal or make the proceedings infirm. So it's just not, to use the term of the majority leader, textually required under the existing Senate impeachment rules. Hindi pa ba?
No, what was required by our rules, if at all, was the referral of the impeachment complaint in plenary. Because mere filing with the Secretary General does not often by itself operate as the receipt by the Senate in plenary, given that, as with any communication, it has to be referred in plenary, officially by the Senate as a body.
Mr. President,
Sige, Mr. President.
Mr. President, with the permission,
Senator Tolentino, sir,
Minority
what is
Leader.
your pleasure, sir?
would the loaded question of the good minority leader, if decoded, would mean that should the presentment be made before the Senate sitting as a plenary, or should the presentment be made before the Senate constituted as an impeachment court? Baka yun po yung tanong nyo.
But it was the Senate President to research on American practice. How do they do it in the United
In
States?
plenary, Your Honors, not as an impeachment court, because again, mere receipt by the SecGen does not operationalize or start the process of impeachment. Any communication, and that is a communication from the House, must be referred by plenary to the appropriate committee for proper action. That in turn will now trigger, if at all, the convening of the impeachment court, where the regular processes would now be followed, such as the issuance of summons, etc., etc.
May we know the rule, Mr. President, that it
I'm
should
sorry?
be? May we know what the specific rule? Is that in the rules or is that by practice or costumbre? Tingnan niyo ano rule.
Under Rule 3, Paragraph 2, upon presentation of the articles to the Senate shall specify the date and time for the consideration of the articles.
Yes, but
So the articles need to be presented to the Senate.
yes, but so your Honor is reading our Senate impeachment rules.
Yes.
So when we use the Senate in the Senate impeachment rules, we're talking about, we could be talking about the Senate as the impeachment court. Because
We
it's the
have-
Senate.
And by virtue of the procedure in Articles 1 to 3, we have not yet convened the court, Your Honor. For example, succeeding rules in our impeachment rules, 4 onwards, would pertain to the Senate already as an impeachment court, because that is already the trial proper, beginning with the issuance of summons.
Mr. President, the second sentence already contradicts His Honor because it says, second sentence of that second paragraph of Rule 3.
Ang inaano kasi dito ni Coco, parang ikaw naman kasi, Cheese, parang ang dami-dami mong arte. At yung mga arte mo, nakakakain ng time ng Senado. Yung bang pupunta ang Congress at babasahin ang articles of impeachment sa plenary ng Senate, kailangan pa ba yan? Parang alam mo yan, ang ano kasi ni ano dito, kasi ang sinasabi ni Coco na hindi ba na impeachment court kapag na-file yung na-transmit yung impeachment complaint sa Senate, hindi ba parang for Coco, ano na yon? May impeachment court na. So ibig sabihin dapat yung Senate as an impeachment court, meron na dapat siyang mga action. Ang sinasabi ni hindi pa kasi kailangan i-receive muna, kailangan daw mare-refer muna sa proper committee. Hindi ko alam yung sinasabi dito ni Coco, ni Cheese Escudero. Pero nakikita ko yung point ni Coco Pimentel. Nakita ko yung point ni Coco Pimentel na sayang yung oras. in essence, no, parang feeling ko yun yung sinasabi kasi ni Coco Pimentel. Sayang yung oras, cheese. Ang dami-dami yung etchos. Ang dami mong ritual. Ang dami-dami mong ritual. Impeachment court na tayo ngayon. So, dapat ngayon, go, go, go na. Dapat kumikilos na, ganon. Parang yun yung sinasabi dito ni Coco Pimentel. Although, Cheese wasn't really able to explain himself clearly na bakit ang dami mong drama, ba't ang dami mong ritual? Ba't ang dami mong ritual before mo sabihin na, kasi ang pinipilit ni Cheese na, hindi pa nag-convene. Wala pang impeachment court. Hindi pa nag-convene. Ganon. Ayun. So bakit nga? Ba't hindi nag-convene? At what point siya dapat ma-create yung impeachment court? So, that is also a question that needs to be clarified, no? Kailan siya nagiging impeachment court? Kapag ka na-transmit yung pag na-transmit yung impeachment complaint sa Senate, does that make them an impeachment court right away? Coco Pimentel said yes. Ganon. Ngayon, Cheese Escudero said na, no, hindi pa. Kailangan mabasa muna sa plenary. Tapos, ang tawag dito, kailangan mabasa muna sa plenary, etc., ganyan. Sabi ni Bridex, mag-oath muna sila sa impeachment court. Ayun. Well, yeah, pero pwede naman silang mag-oath like, di ba? Anytime. In fact, pagka-receive nga ng impeachment complaint, pwede na silang mag-oath di ba? The moment that they want to do any action as an impeachment court, mag-oath lang sila, ganon. Ang sinasabi kasi ni Coco, ba't ang daming etchos? Bakit meron pang pa-reading tong Congress dito? Ginawa ba natin yan doon sa previous na impeachment kay Corona? So sabi ni Cheese Escudero, hindi natin ginawa yan. Kinopya ko lang to sa US. Practice, ganyan. Which is logical naman kasi dapat wala tayong participation dito, ganon. So yun. Pero kung i-go nila lahat yan, ipilit simulan ng June, how confident are they that it will be concluded by June 30 before assumption of the 20th Congress? Hindi ko alam. Feeling ko ngayon kasi sobrang gipit na Sobrang gipit na. Pero nung una iniisip ko, kung sisimulan nila nga yan ng maaga, let's say sabihin natin na mayroon silang 1 full month to decide on the impeachment. Feeling ko papaspasin talaga nila ng bonggang-bongga yan Tapos bubuhos talaga ni Tambi lahat ng meron siya. Ganon. Para dyan sa impeachment na yan. But anyway, nevertheless, marami na kasing talo Marami na kasing mas maraming overwhelming na kasi ngayon yung disadvantage, yung mga disadvantages kaysa sa advantages kung itutuloy yung impeachment. At yun nga, kung i-convict si Inday, ganyan. It becomes really more expensive than what they expected it to be. Akala, nung una kasi parang siguro iniisip nila na parang hindi, mabilis lang tong impeachment kasi bilihan lang naman ang magaganap. Kaso nga lang, the 2025 election happens. And it's very clear to any senators that if you're going to vote to impeach Inday Sara, you're going to lose Mindanao. You're going to lose Mindanao. Wala kang makukuha kahit isang boto sa Mindanao. Ayun. So, it becomes really more, parang complicated. Hindi mo na lang to basta-basta mabibili yung mga senador. Ganon. Kasi, if they vote for Inday Sara's conviction, political career nila ang kabayaran. Ganon na siya. So, ang impeachment, ang mag-yes na lang dyan, yung mga obvious na yes, like Risa Ontiveros, maybe Coco Pimentel, ganyan. Sino mo kakampi nito? Kiko and Bam, I'm sure, kung kunwari. No? Pero ngayon sa Congress na to, sino pa makakampi? Nancy Binay, malamang, baka ganun. Ayun. Naging sobrang mahal na siya. Sabi ni Darkness, exhibit of evidence cannot even be scrutinized in 2 sessions. Well,
unless the Senate provides otherwise, it shall continue in session from day to day. Session na yan as court. Kasi until final judgment Yun na yun So, the use of, when we use Senate in the Senate impeachment rules, we refer to the Senate as the court.
Mr. President,
According to the Secretariat, Your Honor, the dividing line is when we take our oath as senator judges and convene as such. Because we will be wearing two hats, Your Honor. As senators, performing our legislative and legislative function, and as members of the impeachment court, performing our sui generis function. And these are two distinct, if at all, hats and functions that we will be performing. That's why we have to adjourn session and convene as an impeachment court, and vice versa if we want to revert back as a plenary.
Well, Mr. President, ano na lang, for so as
Mr.
to,
President,
our staff can revisit. Ito yung sentence natin, ano? Second paragraph of Rule 3 of the Senate impeachment rules. Upon presentation of the articles to the Senate shall specify the date and time for the consideration of such articles. Unless the Senate provides otherwise, it shall continue in session from day to day until final judgment shall be rendered, and so much longer as may in its judgment be necessary. So, are we using the word Senate in one paragraph in two concepts? One, a Senate legislative body, and the other as the court?
I believe so, Mr. President, Your Honor. But again, since these manifestations, also the manifestation made by our distinguished majority floor leader himself earlier, after these manifestations are made, these matters and these statements will be referred to the Committee on Rules for them to look into it. We have time, Mr. President, Your Honor, to resolve this matter in due course in the next couple of days.
Mr. President,
Yes,
if I can direct this question to the good minority leader. The Senate, even if not acting as an impeachment court, pwede po bang tumanggap ng mga non-members of this chamber to speak or make a presentation, a presentment? Di po ba naaalala natin ng mga nakaraang panahon, pumupunta rito yung President of Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken, distinguished guests of this chamber are allowed to speak, na just honored. Ganun po ba yung sinasabi nyo? Na baka are the members of the House, though constituted as panel of prosecutors, can they enter the Senate, this chamber, constituted as a plenary or as an impeachment court or both? Pag pinapayagan ng Senado. Baka ganun po siguro ang gusto
Okay.
malaman ng ating minority leader.
Just for the information of the majority leader, yung appearance of the House prosecutors before the Senate, kanina sanang 4 o'clock, June 2, appeared in the impeachment calendar prepared by the Senate President. Hindi ako may idea nun. At saka, when we read our Senate impeachment rules, wala din dun yun.
So they will
That's
be
why-
appearing
that's why
before an impeachment court.
That's why this is the request for information. Now, what did the Senate President have in mind when he scheduled this for June 2? And I think it's clearly, since 4 p.m. siya, it's clearly an appearance before Senate.
Yes.
The plenary session of the Senate.
Again, the
Yes.
basis is U.S. practice. That is how they do it in the United States, where we lifted portions of our own impeachment rules. That's where it came from. Practice and precedents in the United States.
And per our legislative rules, we can waive the rules so that we
can
allow
suspend the
non-members
rules to
to
allow
speak. Di ba dito, recently nagsalita rin si former UN Secretary General.
Korean, South Korean.
Huh?
The South Korean.
Yes, the UN Secretary General. So
That can be
so we
allowed.
can do it. Yes, yes.
Again, that can be allowed. Again, plenary action is necessary, and the plenary will decide on this matter.
So just a few more requests for information, Mr. President. So, Mr. President, His Honor, around 4 days ago, sent notice that the June 2, 4 p.m. appearance of the panel of prosecutors will be moved to June 11, 4 p.m.
Yes.
So, okay. Now, what is now the calendar that His Honor has in mind? Kasi dati meron kang June 2, 4 p.m. appearance, then June 3, morning, we convene the Senate as an impeachment court. So where is that? Where is this convening now? Where is it now when you move the
Sabay-
appearance to June 11?
Sabay na po, because by that time, by June 11, wala na rin po tayong hinahabol na kailangan i-second or i-approve kung meron man, ratification na lamang ng mga bicameral conference committee reports. And we will be doing both at the same time. If at all, the reading of the articles of impeachment, the referral to the Committee on Rules, the convening of the impeachment court, if at all again, the oath of the senator judges, if at all again, all that we can do as an impeachment court would be to issue summons,
Yes. Oh,
requiring the respondent to answer within 10 days.
but were we sent notices na ganun ang mangyayari?
I'm
Now,
sorry.
Were the senator sent notices or informed that after the appearance of the House panel of prosecutors, there's a possibility that we will convene as a court?
That was-
para ready kami.
Wala pa.
Wala pa nga po. Kaya
Wala
malapit na
pa.
po yung June 11.
Wala pa naman talaga eh. Kasi nung pinadala yung notice na yan, it was addressed, if you notice, it was addressed to the House that they will be presenting the articles of impeachment on that date. The notice, insofar as the impeachment court itself is concerned, these discussions would be very helpful, Your Honor, because this will be part of how the Senate as a body will be deciding on what to do after the articles of impeachment shall have been read and presented before the body.
Yes, but Mr. President, nung in-issue kasi ninyo yung impeachment calendar last February, at least you were that detailed na sinabi nyo na po yung convening of the impeachment court. Ngayon sana po, nung dinifer si June to appearance, sana pati po yung convening as an impeachment court, nasabi na rin when that is para may idea.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to clarify. Since that is our last day, this representation has no intentions of actually convening the court, if at all, on another date other than the 11th, unless the Senate as an impeachment court provides otherwise. So we will be convening on that date, barring any...
Ibig sabihin na paso talaga sila. Nung nag-set sila ng June 2, ibig sabihin, G na G sila doon. Kasi nung June 2 na sinabi nila na mag-a-appear ang House of Representatives sa plenary ng, itong session na to, nung time na sinabi nila ito, sinabi nila na kinabukasan, June 3, mag-i-issue na ng mga order, summons, NMA, ganyan-ganyan. Mag-convene na yung impeachment court. Yun yung sinabi ni Cheese. Ngayon, nung inurong niya ng 11, wala nang ganun. Basta sinabi lang, June 11, magbabasa tayo ng impeachment complaint. Yun lang. Yun lang. So ngayon parang sinasabi ni Coco Pimentel, bakit hindi mo na Well, it looks like Coco Pimentel really is lobbying for the impeachment to happen. G na G talaga siya. Gusto niya talaga mangyari yung impeachment. Ganon. So, yun. Yun talaga ang eme dito.
Any unforeseen circumstances, barring any procedural motions that will be made and will be settled by the plenary at that time.
Well, Mr. President, it was just, ito lang for the consumption of our staff and secretariat. It was just pointed out to me that the rule that we mentioned earlier, second paragraph of Rule 3, yung first paragraph pala, it provides that nakapag-oath na. Nakapag-oath na ang member. So if that is now the dividing line, we have crossed the line. So Senate na po ito as a court. So tingnan na lang po muli, Mr. President.
Mr. President, Your Honor, the first paragraph refers to consideration of the articles of impeachment. The second paragraph, we were not part of the Senate that wrote these rules. The first paragraph, it mentions the word consideration. The second paragraph mentions the word presentation. In terms of time, presentation should come first before consideration, although as it appears in our rules, consideration was mentioned first in the first paragraph and before presentation in the second paragraph. But in terms of order, Your Honor, presentation should logically come first before consideration of the articles of impeachment.
And then
there is nothing to consider unless presented.
And then in the next breath, it talks about the trial na.
Yes, again, we had no part in writing these rules.
Okay,
I would not want to critique it as well because during those times, perhaps, this was apt and sufficient.
So, okay, so Mr. President, maybe now, kasi ang media nagtatatanong sa akin, na pinapa-speculate pa ako na, just for the record, what is now the reason that His Honor has taken the initiative to reset the June 2, 2025, 4 p.m. appearance of the panel of prosecutors before the Senate plenary to June 11, 4 p.m. What's the main reason?
Addressed to Speaker Martin, copy furnished to all of the senators as well as Vice President Sara Duterte. Given the meeting we had at LEDAC with His Honor's presence, several bills needed to be approved and taken up before we finally finish and wind up the 19th Congress. Meaning to say some bills need to be approved on second reading within the week today so that we can do third reading next week. Some bills have to be approved on third reading today and within this week so that bicameral conference committees can finalize and iron out the disagreeing provisions within the Senate and House versions so that we would still have time next week to either ratify these bicameral conference committee reports or still do third reading in compliance with the constitutional requirement of 3 readings on 3 separate days, at least 3 days after it's approved on second reading.
So, sige, last question na lang, Mr. President. Per our rules or practice, how would we now react to the receipt of the articles of impeachment last February 5, 2025? How should the Senate as a legislative body in plenary session react to that receipt?
In line with Article 1 of our impeachment rules, which makes mention of the authority and responsibility of the President of the Senate. That is why I set the schedule for the articles to be read in plenary, which in turn would trigger, if at all, the creation of the impeachment court, which, if at all, would now proceed with the issuance of summons for the respondent or defendant.
Would not the impeachment complaint received last February 5, 2025 be included in the reference of business? Ano ito? Ito ba? Ito ba yung personal versus second person?
It will be included in the reference of business, yes. Supposedly today, kung natuloy tayo today, but on June 11, so that it can be included in the agenda for that particular day.
That's my point, Mr. President. Kung i-reference of business, why are we not doing it today? Anong damage kung gawin natin today?
Pwede rin naman. Hindi pa tayo
Yes.
nagbabasa ng reference
Yes,
of
yun na nga.
business. Pero wala.
Are we doing it today? Kasi February 5 pa yun. That's why I'm mentioning the date that it was received, February 5. So can we include it in the reference of business today? Kasi parang mas normal eh. Mas normal yun eh. Kung
We will look into it, Your Honor. I tend to agree with this Honor's position.
It's
We
just
will take it up with the Secretary.
It's just normal, Mr.
Yes,
President.
yes.
Received last February 5, you're reporting out today. Okay?
Gusto na ni Coco ma-put
Of
in.
the record, they explained the reason behind it. But I tend to agree with Your Honor, and I'll ask the Secretary to consider it. Because in the past, as they said, it was the majority leader who read it and not the prosecutors, supposedly. So it was included in the reference of business, referred to the Rules Committee, and the majority leader was the one who reported it out, quote unquote. But now, given that it's the prosecutors that will read the articles of impeachment, again, following U.S. practice and precedent, the Secretary thought it best that it will be included in the agenda on that day because there is no referral to the Committee on Rules. But again, we will look into it and we will take the suggestion of the gentleman in light of the points he raised in connection with that.
Because I believe there should have been also a letter accompanying the impeachment complaint. There must have been a cover letter from the House. So, parang ganon. So we can...
Only by the section, not by the Speaker nor any member of the House.
Yes. But is a letter from the SecGen also a communication from the House?
It was a covering letter only.
So I think this is just an opinion.
I tend to agree, Your Honor.
It's more natural that we report out if something happened last February 5, late evening of late in the session on February 5. Something happened, we report it out so it's more natural if we report it out immediately, Mr. President. So
I tend to agree, Your Honor.
that's my point, Mr. President.
I will take it up with the committee secretary.
So with that, Mr. President, I thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I just wanted to request some information. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Honor. What is the pleasure of the Honorable Ontiveros?
Salamat, Tabi, Mr. President. Gusto kong magdagdag ng point dun sa binanggit pareho ng majority leader, ng minority leader, at pati ng Senate President, yung references sa US practice and precedent. Kaugnay nung isa sa mga issue na pinag-usapan dito sa floor, kung pwede ba o dapat bang mag-carry over yung impeachment
Karinig lang ng USC, tawayo na agad.
process mula sa 19th Congress hanggang sa 20th Congress. And I would just like to put this on the record, Mr. President. Galing po ito sa isang piyesa authored ni UP Professor Paulo Tamase, nag-appear po sa June 2025 issue ng Philippine Law Journal. Sabi po dito, Emerging Issues in Impeachment, page 19 dun sa journal, allowing impeachment to cross over Congresses is consistent with American practice. Following the practice of the United Kingdom, Thomas Jefferson's Manual of Parliamentary Practice states that an, quote, impeachment is not discontinued by the dissolution of Parliament, but may be resumed by the new Parliament, close quote. The US Congress, na binanggit ng majority leader, ng minority leader, at ng Senate President, the US Congress has observed this for over 200 years. From the 1806,
Hindi nakinig si Risa dun sa explanation ng tanga ni ante mo. Hindi siya nakinig dun sa explanation ni Tolentino. Kasi nga, pa si Rizzo. Ako sa'yo, tang!
Impeachment of Judge John Pickering to that of Judge Porteus in 2009. In Congress, impeachment proceedings are not discontinued by a recess. The following impeachment proceedings extended from one Congress to the next. 5 pong halimbawa, Mr. President, sa article na ito. Babangkitin ko lang yung pang-apat kasi yun pamilyar sa ating mga Pilipino. 4. The impeachment of President Clinton was presented to the Senate after the Senate had adjourned sine die. After, Mr. President, the Senate had adjourned sine die for the 105th Congress, and the Senate conducted the trial in the 106th Congress, Mr. President. So, for the record lamang po, dahil very, very pertinent sa binanggit ng majority leader, ng minority leader, at pati ng Senate President na following US practice and precedent. And with one very recent concrete example po dun sa impeachment ni US President Clinton. So I hope that we can consider this in our own decision-making, Mr. President, even after the rescheduled presentation by the House prosecutors to the Senate as an impeachment court on 11th June. Salamat tabi, Mr.
Duly
President.
noted and entered into the records. Majority Floor Leader.
Just to reiterate again, yung nabanggit ko po kanina nga, magkaiba yung sa Philippine Senate at US Senate kasi ang naiiwan.
Sabi ni Tolentino, ay nako, eto na naman, sasabihin ko na naman, explain ko na naman. Oh. Hindi nakikinig si Riz.
Sa US Senate tuwing mag-ieleksyon ay 67 senators, enough to constitute a quorum out of 100 senators. And in
Yeah, sinabi na yan, Risa, kung nakikinig ka, sinabi na yan ni Tolentino kanina.
enough to convict or acquit. Sa atin po, 12 lang. Not enough to have a quorum of 13, more so a number of 16 to convict or acquit. But be that as it may, Mr. President, we have all the discussions done, and I think this would really be part not just of the discussions that whatever case would be elevated to the Supreme Court would eventually be decided in the near term. Mr. President, I seek a minute suspension, Mr. President.
Session is suspended.
Ayan, tapos na. Okay na, finish na tayo. Si Riza na yung last dyan eh. So yun na. Yun na. Nakakaloko talaga. No? Ganyan sila mga yellow pink. Lalo na to si Riza. Yung parang pag-e-eksena siya, yung mas priority yung acting kesa substance. Mas priority yung kailangan yung galing nung pagsasalita, kesa dun sa substance nung sinasabi. No? Mr. President, I would just like to, this has been the tradition for Kinembular. Sabi, iba nga kasi yun. Kasi nga, sila doon, kahit mag-crossover sila, yung composition ng kanilang Congress at saka ng kanilang Senate, maintains the quorum, the majority. Kasi ang ine-elect lang nila, maliit na portion lang ng Congress. Ganon. So, ibig sabihin, even without those individuals na na-elect, their Congress can actually act as a body. Dahil nga, ang natira ay majority or yung required number of votes para magkaroon ng action. Ganon. Tapos bilib na bilib na ang mga yellows sa kanya. Oo. Kasi malamang yung mga yellows, kaya bilib na bilib yan kay Riza. Kunwari itong itong usapan na to ni Coco, ni Riza, ni Tolentino at saka ni Cheese, ganyan. Malamang ikakrap lang nila yung kay Riza Ontiveros. Which is, kinrap nga niya. Kinrap nga ni Riza Ontiveros. Ayan. Speaking of, nakita ko to eh. Kinrap nga niya yung part niya na yan at binida-bida niya na sa page niya. Hala! Binida-bida niya na sa page niya. Ayan. Sabi ko sa inyo. Ayan. Diba? Binida-bida niya na. Ayan, oh. Ito yan.
1987 Constitution demands that the Senate continue with the impeachment proceedings already initiated without further delay. The rulings of the Supreme Court make it clear that first, impeachment is a non-legislative function of the Senate. This is Chavez versus Judicial and Bar Council, GR number 202242, 16th April 2013. And second, that non-legislative functions of the Senate are not affected by the shift from 19th to 20th Congress. This is the case of Pimentel Jr. versus Joint Committee of Congress, GR number 163783, 22 June 2004. It is true that the 19th Congress cannot bind the 20th Congress and all unfinished business will be terminated. But this is only true for any work done by us in the exercise of our legislative functions. Napakahalagang mandato po ng saligang
Ay, parang ibang part yata to. Ibang part pala. Hindi pala yung part na yon. Sorry naman.